Rhea Ripley's potential vengeance against Liv Morgan in WWE is not a concern, according to Morgan. The 30-year-old just won the Women's Crown Jewel Championship in the high-profile live tournament in Saudi Arabia and is the current reigning Women's World Champion. A month ago, on WWE NXT, Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez attacked Rhea Ripley. Morgan then bragged about it on the Pat McAfee show. Morgan brought up the fact that she and Ripley were tag team partners before the Eradicator betrayed her. After Rhea Ripley's revenge tour, which included the 28-year-old's comeback to the ring, Pat McAfee warned that Morgan's strategy would backfire. Morgan implied that she was unconcerned about Ripley's potential future attempts at vengeance. In a recent bold prediction, wrestling veteran Bill Apter asked how many more years Liv Morgan will hold the title of Women's World Champion. On the Wrestling Time Machine broadcast on Sportskeeda, Apter lauded Morgan's stint as champion so far. Morgan might retain the championship until WWE WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas next year, he said, adding that he did not think Io Sky would be able to depose her. While Morgan was defending her Women's World Championship at WWE SummerSlam, Dominic Mysterio betrayed Ripley. In her championship battle versus Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez was disqualified after returning from her break at Bad Blood and attacking Ripley. "I can't wait for Ripley to return from her broken orbital bone and see what WWE has in store for her." The intense rivalry between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan has been a major draw for WWE fans who love to see their favorite rivalries unfold. The history between the two is filled with camaraderie, treachery, and relentless rivalry, spanning from their time as teammates in the Riot Squad to taking opposite sides in intense fights. Talking about her feelings about Rhea Ripley's control and the likelihood of their paths intersecting again, Liv Morgan recently caused a stir. Not afraid to take verbal shots at Ripley, Liv claims she isn't scared about Ripley's terror reign in WWE and even taunts the current Women's World Champion. When it comes to WWE, Rhea Ripley is now unrivaled in her dominance and fearsome presence. A member of the Judgment Day and the current Women's World Champion, Ripley is known as the Eradicator for her formidable presence and merciless approach. Outside of the ring, she is a symbol of power, and she has defeated some of WWE's greatest opponents with relative ease. However, Ripley's magnetic presence does not terrify everybody. Despite Ripley's fame, Liv Morgan, the underdog, seems unconcerned. The question of whether Liv Morgan is worried about a possible confrontation with her ex-ally-turned-rival, Ripley, came up during a backstage interview after a recent WWE Raw program. Liv's reaction matched the intensity of her in-ring character. "Does this make you anxious? Who is Rhea?" "No, not even a little," Liv said, her distinctive smile gracing her face. "Despite her dominant champion status, I am the one who knows Rhea best. Because of my experience sparring and teaming with her, I am familiar with both her strengths and, more crucially, her vulnerabilities." The WWE Universe was captivated by Liv's remarks right away. Her self-assurance in the midst of Ripley's domination was inspiring, and it suggested a possible new phase in their legendary rivalry. Liv and Rhea's enmity began while they were tag team teammates in WWE, although they were reluctant comrades at the time. Their contrasting personalities and wrestling styles caused tension, despite the fact that the team seemed promising at first. Following the breakup of their relationship, they began to fight more often than work together, with Rhea usually coming out on top. Regardless of their history of conflicts, Liv's confidence and talent as a performer have blossomed. Even when confronted with apparently insurmountable difficulties, her fearlessness and perseverance won over her supporters. Liv said that Rhea believes she is unstoppable in her interview. "But let's not forget I've beaten her before, and I can do it again." Not content to just brush off her worries about Ripley, Liv proceeded to poke fun at Ripley's connection to the Judgment Day. "She's got her little gang to back her up, and that's cute," mused Liv. When the lights go on, and there's just Rhea in the ring, however, what then? Is it just her, without Finn, Dom, or Damien? At that point, she will understand that she is not as strong as she believes she is. Those who follow Ripley's career have long said that she relies too much on the Judgment Day to keep her crown. Although Ripley's dominance is evident, the question of whether her relationships have contributed to her success was revived by Liv's remarks. Liv Morgan's assurance is well-founded. Liv has often shocked WWE fans with her underdog narrative. She stunned the world by winning Money in the Bank and then the SmackDown Women's Championship, proving that she could grasp chances when they presented her. "I've made a career out of proving people wrong," remarked Liv. "Rhea can stand there with her title and her crew, but if she thinks for 1 second that I'm scared of her, she's got another thing coming." Liv's passionate remarks indicate that she is eager to return to the ring with Ripley if the chance presents itself. Even though Ripley hasn't said anything about Liv's remarks yet, the Eradicator isn't going to brush them off. With her signature no-nonsense demeanor, Ripley never backs down from attacks. Many are wondering whether Ripley would respond with a verbal response, an unexpected assault backstage, or a formal challenge in the ring. Any bout between the two would definitely be a highlight, given Ripley's reign as Women's World Champion. In response to Liv's audacious claims and the possibility of yet another confrontation, fans wasted no time taking to social media to voice their opinions. Is Liv Morgan addressing Rhea Ripley by name? This power is what we need. I love it when Liv doesn't back down. Rhea better watch out. Liv might be the underdog, but she's full of surprises. I agree with Liv. Although Rhea is fantastic, she is not immune to harm. They would make an incredible match. Their feud has been getting a lot of attention again because to Liv's remarks, and many fans are demanding that WWE bring it back into the spotlight. Rhea Ripley's reign as Women's World Champion is proceeding as planned, and Liv Morgan's return to action has set the scene for a possible confrontation between the two. The tension has been ratcheted up by Liv's teasing, so now Ripley will react eventually. For Liv, this isn't only about making amends, it's about establishing her rightful place in the discourse with WWE's biggest names. "I've got nothing to lose and everything to gain," remarked Liv. "My readiness to enter the arena is contingent upon Rhea's desire to do so." Shall we find out if she is? One of WWE's most formidable rivals, Rhea Ripley, might face up against Liv Morgan, thanks to Morgan's fearless taunting and unwavering self-confidence. Liv may prove to be an unbeatable rival to Ripley, despite the fact that Ripley has been almost unbeatable throughout her tenure as Women's World Champion. Who knows whether this verbal brawl will escalate into an in-ring fight, but Liv Morgan isn't backing down, so Rhea Ripley better take note. Wrestling fans can't help but get giddy at the thought of another chapter in their legendary feud.